Coming to the arm bones. Each arm contains 30 bones. There is humerus in upper arm, radius ulna in forearm, 8 carpals in the wrist, 5 metacarpals in the palm, and 14 phalanges in the fingers. We'll take them one by one. Humerus, bone of the upper arm. Head of the humerus is fitted in glenoid cavity of scapula. This forms a ball and socket type of joint. Head bears a pair of small tuberosities separated by intertubercular groove. Trochlea is fitted in sigmoid notch of radius ulna. A deltoid ridge is present on the anterior surface of humerus which provides attachment to deltoid muscle. Above the trochlea, the supratrochlear foramen is present through which brachial artery passes out. It is present in rabbit but absent in human beings. This is a typical humerus of human beings. You can see the head on the upper side with which it attaches with the glenoid cavity of the scapula. There is an anatomical neck and a surgical neck. Surgical neck is the place where humerus most easily fractures during a fall or an accident. There is the deltoid tuberosity with which humerus provides attachment to deltoid muscle. Trochlea is on the lower side with which it attaches with bones of the lower arm, radius and ulna. Coming to radius and ulna. These are the bones of the forearm. Ulna is longer than radius. Radius is situated towards side of the thumb. Olecranon process and sigmoid notch are present at the proximal end. These are the radius and ulna. You can see the olecranon process, the coracoid process on the upper side, the styloid process on the lower side. In frog, radius and ulna both are fused in complete length. So the word radioulna is used instead of radius and ulna in frog. Hand. In hand, wrist, palm and fingers are clearly seen. In wrist, carpal bones are present. In palm, metacarpals are present. And in fingers, phalanges are present. The digital formula for rabbit and humans is 2-3-3-3-3. That is, there are 2 phalanges in the thumb and rest of the forefinger contains 3 phalanges each, which makes it a total of 14 phalanges in the fingers. These are the distal phalanges, middle phalanges and the proximal phalanges. The metacarpal bones can be easily seen and the carpal bones are present towards the lower side. Leg bones. Femur in thigh, patella in the knee, tibia and fibula in the lower leg, 7 tarsals in the ankle, 5 metatarsals in the sole, and 14 phalanges in the toes. Take them one by one. Femur. Head of the femur is fitted in acetabulum of pelvic girdle. They together form ball and socket type of joint. Condyles of femur fit with facets of fibula and forms the knee joint. Proximal end of femur has 2 bony projections called greater trochanter and the lesser trochanter. Third trochanters absent in men but present in rabbit. This is femur. You can see the head which fuses with acetabulum of the pelvic bones. There is a lesser trochanter, greater trochanter for providing attachment to muscles of the thigh. On the lower side you can see the lateral epicondyle and the medial epicondyle. With the help of these condyles, femur articulates with bones of the leg, tibia and fibula. Patella. Kneecap. Sesamoid bone as it is formed by ossification of tendon. The tibia and the fibula. Tibia is stout, strong, while fibula is thin and small. Both bones are clear at the proximal end, while fused at their distal end. This is a typical tibia and fibula. We can see in the diagram, tibia is stout, strong, thicker, whereas fibula is thin and a very small bone as compared to tibia. On the upper side, you can see the lateral and the medial condyles, with the help of which these bones attaches with femur. On the lower side, we can see the lateral malleolus and the medial malleolus, with which they articulate with the bones of the ankle. Foot. Ankle, sole and toes are present. In ankle, tarsals are present. In sole, metatarsals are present. And in toes, phalanges are present. The phalangeal formula is 2-3-3-3-3. That is, it is same as in hand. There are 14 phalanges in the leg or the foot, 2 in the great toe, and rest of the finger contains 3 phalanges each. Proximal phalange, the middle phalange, and the distal phalange. The talus, navicular, and the cuneiform, cuboid, and calcaneum forms the ankle bones. Characteristics of female skeleton. Skull is lighter in females. The shoulders are narrow. Sacrum is short but wide. Pelvis is wide, and the coccyx is more movable.